What's up, fellas? Welcome to a new episode of the show. Let's get straight into it.
Since the beginning of the year, Polish authorities have registered over 15,000 attempts to cross the Polish-Belarusian border illegally. Poland's western border with Germany is also under pressure. For a week now, Poland's borders have been subject to border controls. However, even since introducing controls, Polish border security has been lacking. This is why ordinary Polish citizens have taken border security into their own hands. This footage from the cameras of the border guard post at Mielnik, Podleskie Voivodeship. Nearly 50 illegal immigrants tried to cross into Poland.
50.
And this
oh
is
shit,
recording
look at
from
that.
Podlasie military task force.
Whoa.
The officers had to...
Whoa. Wait a second, fellas. Shit's getting real. So not only are they coming in, bro, they're attacking, bro. So this... Illegal crossings, this is what it is, bro. It's illegal crossing, and it's not only illegal crossings, fellas. It's a freaking attack, you know? It's war at this point.
face a direct physical attack by illegal
Direct physical attack, of course, fellas.
immigrants. Unfortunately, such situations are an everyday occurrence for Polish border guards. However, instead of supporting the soldiers and the border guard, Donald Tusk's government is trying to hold them criminally responsible.
Yes, they should be, bro. You're throwing shit at the freaking army, bro. You should be held accountable. Like, if you attack a police officer, right? What is that? How is that called, fellas?
The 8th
the same
Military
thing.
Division of the District Prosecutor's Office in Olsztyn is investigating a case from Thursday where a border guard on the Belarusian border shot an illegal immigrant in self-defense. The potential abuse of power consisted of the improper and unlawful use of direct coercive measures, including firearms and causing bodily harm.
Yeah, I heard that. I think it's since last autumn, but I heard that the prime minister or the president started allowed the soldiers to carry live ammunition, not only non-lethal non-lethal rounds. So yeah, that should be a signal to everybody that shit's hitting the fan, you know.
A criminal investigation into the possible abuse of authority by a soldier who acted in self-defense against an aggressive illegal immigrant trying
Look
to
at
storm the
them,
border.
fellas, destroying property, attacking the...
Two immigrants illegally crossed the border, thereby committing a crime. One of them
Yeah.
directly attacked our soldier. His life and health were at risk, so he defended himself against this aggressive migrant's attack by any means possible. The government
course,
and its affiliated
self-defense.
media, by default sympathetic towards the migrants, immediately launched an attack
Man, Poland was doing good, right? What's going on with Poland right now? Poland was like the last stronghold of Europe.
on the accused border guard.
Czasem zdarza się funkcjonować.
Sometimes police officers, soldiers and border guards exceed
Michał Gramatyka.
their powers. Unfortunately,
Grammatics,
this is
fellas.
commonplace
Quick
in
maths.
Poland, and not just in Poland. I trust that, if the prosecutor's office initiates proceedings, it must have some good reason for doing so. The footage was first sent from the military police to the district prosecutor's office in Białystok North, where, after analysis, an investigation was launched. Yesterday, they were forwarded to the regional prosecutor's office in Olsztyn. Charges have yet to be brought against anyone. Evidence is being gathered. Some witnesses have already been...
Wait. I had a video. We need to find it. We need to pause this right now, and I need to find the other video. Because what I think is going on, they're not only coming through Belarus, I think Germany is actually unloading migrants in Poland. So let me just find the video real quick. Yeah. I found the video. We're gonna watch that in a second. Let's see what this guy has to say.
CCTV footage of the scene has been secured. This could end in tragedy, as it did a year ago when a 21-year-old Polish soldier was killed on the Polish-Belarusian border.
Whoa, a soldier was actually killed. Like they're losing lives, bro. So it's a casualty war right at the moment, which is crazy to say, but you know, that's reality. We live in reality, you know.
żołnierze.
What are soldiers and border guards supposed to think about this? Why would they risk their lives defending the Polish border if they will
Yeah, like, why would they risk their lives if they wouldn't even be able to defend themselves, you know? I think after the Polish border guy lost his life, that's when the government, the president, the prime minister, I don't know, Dominik Tarczyński, or what's his name, actually signed the mandate to allow for live ammunition. Because, like, if a soldier gets killed and they don't even have lethal ammunition, like live ammunition, what would their, like, incentive be to keep defending the border, you know?
then have the prosecutor's office on their back? In my opinion, this is scandalous. The phrase anarcho-tyranny describes a system of government that fails to enforce laws to protect public safety, while at the same time leveraging oppressive state power against generally law-abiding citizens, in effect creating a criminal underclass that terrorize productive citizens, all as a way
exactly. They terrorize productive citizens, they leech off of them, collecting state benefits that people pay lots of taxes for.
Punish non-compliance while maintaining plausible deniability.
Property tax, profit tax, revenue tax, VAT, like government tax for everything that you buy.
While the state seems frighteningly efficient at
For what? For this? Huh? For freaking what, fellas?
punishing innocent citizens, it seems unable to perform certain basic duties. Like 2023, Germany returned 968 people to Poland.
So 968 people that Germany returned to
A year
Poland.
later, 688, and by June this year, there were 314 such people. German data tell a completely different story. Last year, nearly 10,000
So this is in Germany. Okay. I think it's actually in this video.
people were deported from Germany to Poland, and not just from the border itself, but from a border zone up to 30 kilometers deep into Germany. People who have already crossed the border and are already in Germany are checked there, and if the
Yeah, and you know how the checkpoints in Germany are? So the checkpoints aren't actually at the border. They're actually inland. So whenever the border patrol checks for migrants, they're already checking on German territory. And due to German law, once they are inside of the country, they need to keep them. This all a messed up plot to ruin Europe. What's left of it anyways at this point. Freaking
German side considers that these people do not have the paper.
So yeah, that's how they do it, you know. They don't have the border patrol checks, the migrant checks. They don't have them at the border to stop them from even going in the country. They only do these procedures like inland. So once the migrants are already in the country,
Or other rights to stay there, they are simply deported to Poland. Jacek Dobrynski, spokesperson for the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration, also said that over 50% of people returned to Poland from Germany are either Ukrainians or Belarusians. Over 50% are citizens of Ukraine. There are Ukrainians and Belarusians. And as these people do not have the right to enter Germany, they are turned back at the border. These are data taken from the first half of last year, because that's how it used to be. But now these trends have changed. Even German data portray a 40 to 60% ratio, and that's 60% of people from other parts of the world than Ukraine. Citizens from the border.
okay, so 60% of migrants are from outside of Ukraine, right? Okay, well, yeah, Ukraine is at war, you know, migrants, of course. But only 40% of them are Ukrainians.
The defense movement are working day and night on the border with Germany because the government either cannot or refuses to deal with Germany's transfer of illegal immigrants to Poland.
Exactly, fellas. So this is what it is. It's the German transfer of migrants to Poland, you know?
Despite the nominal introduction of mandatory border controls at the crossings with Lithuania and Germany. The safety of all Poland lies in the hands of this government, led by Prime Minister Donald Tusk.
Donald Tusk, what the hell? What the hell?
World War II was one of the greatest tragedies to befall the Polish nation. However, the Gdansk Museum decided to put Nazi soldiers from Pomerania on a pedestal. The scandalous exhibition, Our Boys, at the Gdansk Museum is causing a lot of controversy,
fellas.
but the organizers don't see anything wrong with it. We are not considering any changes because the term Our Boys is actually a question about how we should remember the fate of tens, hundreds of thousands of people forcibly conscripted into the Wehrmacht during World War II.
Man, this is a sign that people are actually fed up, you know, because 10 years ago you weren't hearing anything related to Nazis or being portrayed in a, I don't know, favorable light, you know. But right now at the moment with everything going on, you know, and people starting to need this type of extremism to combat the leftist thing and, you know, get the politics back to a middle, they need... It's bad, but
however, the name
it looks like reality at this point for these states at least are freaking invaded and nobody's doing anything about it. You know, politicians, they just dismiss questions. Journalists aren't even pushing this narrative because they're all paid for, you know. And that's bad enough. That's bad enough. And now what happens is soldiers are freaking starting to die. You know, people are getting attacked. Little girls are getting raped in the UK. And you saw what happened in Spain, right? You saw what happened in UK. Germany's fallen, fellas.
The name itself, although scandalous, is a minor issue.
Italy, like, bro, Italy. France. Have you seen Paris? Have you seen Paris lately? The Paris markets? Like the people stealing your suitcases and then going on the streets, opening them up and selling your shit out on the open street on the sidewalk, huh? Have you seen that? I'll try and find it for you fellas. I'll show you what's going on. We got the real news here. We got the real situation here.
A more serious matter, of course, is the...
Yeah. What's going on here, huh? Are you showing me France? Oh shit, what's that? No, look at this, fellas.
Nazis, and in such a mass devoid of nationality.
Who's this guy? Yeah, look at this, look at this. And look at Europe now. Oh my god, what is this? Is this what I think it is?
This is a testament to the failure of Polish historical policy and the failure...
Polish historical policy, yeah, that's what it is. It's not people being fed up of the current, with the freaking current government and situation. And look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this Ukrainian fella. Do you guys love him or what, huh? Is he... Nah, I ain't even gonna say it, but...
Weather with...
Is he a puppet, fellas? Huh? Did you see his meeting with President Macron in France? Where they held hands like this, like two freaking lovers? Did you guys see that, huh? I loved it. It looked amazing, you know? European relations, fellas. That's what it is. European relations.
With the right weapons, he would be willing to strike Moscow directly.
Did you guys hear that? What? Let me just scroll back, fellas.
Consultations on the use of offensive weapons also allegedly took place to decide
Look at Macron over here. The guy.
Of the official military support agreements. US President Trump allegedly asked the Ukrainian president directly whether, with the right weapons, he would be willing to strike Moscow directly.
Can you imagine?
Volodymyr, can you hit Moscow? Can you hit St. Petersburg too? Absolutely. We can if you give us the weapons. The White...
Bro, are you guys hearing this shit? Bro, is World War III cooking or what, fellas, huh? Are we doomed? Is summer 2025 doomed at this point, huh? Do they really want to attack Moscow? Like, do they not know what happened to the last fucking guys that tried to attack Moscow?
White House has not confirmed.
Like, historically speaking, I'm not on either side. I'm not Russian, I'm not Ukrainian, but you know, just thinking about it, is it really a good target, you know?
That's such a conversation.
Have you heard about their like Poseidon plan, or what is it called?
conversation took place,
The Russian Samson option.
but at the same time, other media outlets report that Tomahawk missiles, the same one used by the Americans to attack Iranian nuclear bases during the 12-day Israeli-Iranian war, have a
Yeah, like, did you hear that? The Israeli-Iranian war. And what happened? Oh, another country attacked one of those.
appeared on the
So it's not actually the Israeli-Iranian war, right?
preliminary list of weapons
Or maybe US is Israel now. Maybe that's how we need to call the US right now. Maybe it's actually Israel versus Iran, but Israel is actually the US. It's much bigger than we thought, you know. It also relocated. It has place in two lands.
that could be transferred to Ukraine.
Land in two places.
In addition, the package of already approved support allegedly includes ATACMS missiles, capable of striking targets hundreds of kilometers behind the front lines.
Hundreds of kilometers, that's not really that much, fellas.
Well, I think President Trump
Like there's college projects, you know, kids that send rockets to space, so
has
a few hundred kilometers isn't that
figured
much.
out
Yeah, I know space isn't that far, but you get my point, right?
that President Putin has been stringing him along, has been tapping him along, as President Trump has said earlier. President Trump had thought he might be.
Hence, apart from changing the narrative on military support for Ukraine, while assuring Americans
Is this Ukraine, fellas?
that the United States will not incur
Not bad.
additional costs as a result, the White House is working on hitting Russia with tariffs, this time not directly, which has so far been ineffective. The aim is to scare Russia's economic partners.
This is significant. So today, if you are in Beijing or in Delhi or you're in Brazil and you know that this is coming to you, you might want
Okay, let's see
What are you
this.
doing here? We are from Somalia.
Poland has the reputation of being one of the countries in Europe with the most sensible migration policy. Except Poland right now is being rocked by a massive migration scandal.
As we speak, Poland's border is currently under attack from Germany. They are
Yeah, this is the video that I wanted to show you, fellas.
unloading vanfuls of illegal immigrants.
Tak działa policja niemiecka właśnie. Wyładowali uchodźców.
Isn't this human trafficking? Like, if we think about it, isn't this human trafficking, what they're doing? Taking migrants and assisting them to cross over the border? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Like, if you as a citizen would do this, fellas, wouldn't you be labeled as a human trafficker? Let's think about it. Let's see.
Graniczne. Tutaj Gestapo z SS podrzucają inżynierów. Następni są
Engineers, fellas. This is the engineers and doctors that Europe is in dire need of.
Malijczycy. Świeżutka dostawa.
What's happened?
Fresh delivery, bro. I'm sorry, fella.
Conservative circles of having an incredibly staunch anti-illegal migration
Go check out ViceGrad24. He's got a really good channel. I've seen a few of his videos. Really good content.
policy. Videos such as these have been going viral for years now. In this video,
Look at that. Water
we
cannons.
can see the Polish army deploying water cannons and spraying illegal migrants at the eastern border with water. Now, this is all
Water, you know? You know the trucks they use to like irrigate the fields with manure, right?
happening
You know those trucks, right? That they all used in protests in France against the government, like the farmers.
in 2021. There was a wave
Tip for Poland.
of
No money necessary.
migrants
Give me one pierog. Yeah, fellas. I mean, yeah, I do feel bad for these people, but the ones that are actually coming and doing this shit, you know, they're not the good ones. They're not the good ones. Arrested them. Look at this.
of Poland's
Look at the amount of people, bro, trying to get in all at once. Look at them. Do you see one woman? Do you see one female? Is there a female inside? Is there a kid? Is there a child inside that needs protection? Also, where are they coming from, fellas? Because I think they're coming a really, really long way, right? They're not going to their neighboring countries. Like the Emirates, or what the hell is there, you know? They're traveling thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers for what? For what?
The eastern border so important because the Germans are claiming.
Like, hey, Ukrainians, of course, went to Poland, right? First thing, went to Romania, went to Hungary. Bordering countries. Bordering countries. Yeah, of course, some of them went to Germany, some of them went to Europe. But still, fellas, most of them actually stayed in Poland, stayed in Romania to be close to the border, to be close to home, you know, to be able to assist other Ukrainians. That's from what I hear. Of course, there are some bad ones, but they're not traveling thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of kilometers and committing hella crime, bro. Stabbing, raping, you know, pillaging. What is this, bro? They don't even wear knives anymore on them. They wear freaking long swords. Did you see the videos of like migrants in the UK pulling whole freaking swords out of their pants? Huh? Did you guys see those videos? I think the UK had some like history with migrants and swords and Vikings invading and raping and pillaging, and you think they might have figured this shit out already, but it seems not.
That the illegals that they are deporting in accordance with Dublin regulation have come to Germany illegally via Poland, and Poland is the first safe member state that those...
Clown world, fellas. Clown world. Now you see what's going on. So not only are migrants coming in Poland from Belarus, right? They're actually coming from Germany. How is that? They're actually coming from inside out right now. Inside out moves, fellas. Ay, ay, ay. Let's look at the comments. Your country is like your house. Keep the door shut. Fair. I'm gonna like this comment. Germany needs to pay for reparations. Yes! Yes! Make Germany pay for reparations. Angela Merkel need prison. Fair, bruh. As a German, I'm ashamed of my government. Poland, keep fighting for Europe. The people stand behind you. For sure, man. Germans are too embarrassed to say they messed up. Now they're trying to sweep their dirt under Polish rugs. Fair. I'm Polish. I lived in France. I live now in Germany. I've been traveling since 2008. I saw what happened to France and Germany. I would not want it to happen to Poland. The West is rotten. What? What's up with all these comments, bro? Are they all freaking Nazis? Are they all freaking right-wing extremists? Or are they just people that are getting fed up? Parents of kids that are getting assaulted, you know, fathers and mothers of girls that are getting raped. What do you think? Do you think all these people that are commenting and all these people that are liking these videos or these comments actually are Nazis? Right-wing extremists, as they wanna call them right now? No. Protect Poland at all costs. Don't be like UK, France, and Germany. I live in Poland. Over, I don't know how many migrants came in over the last 6 months. Let me see. The demographic change in Warsaw is observable month by month. Fellas, we need to go to Warsaw and see what's going on. the Europhile Tusk came to power. Elon Tusk? Is that his actual real name, fellas? Sounds like a made-up name, fellas. It really does sound like a made-up name. Until the consequences are final, it's going to keep happening. Exactly, just like in Germany, just like in the UK. Until the consequences are finally happening, you know, nothing's gonna change. And when the consequences start happening, what are you gonna do? You already have like 20 million migrants in your country. So what are you gonna do? You can't deport them now. You can't include them because there's too many of them and they already build their own communities. Poles should not be responsible for Germany's migrant crisis. Exactly, like if Germany voted for these migration laws, they should fucking handle it themselves, right? Why spill it out? Why spill it over to other countries, bruh? If you couldn't handle it, if you saw it's bad, why are you attacking other countries that didn't do it in the first place, fellas? Is this a big L for Germany? Sweden did this to Finland in 2015. Exactly. Sweden, so progressive, so liberal, so feminist, right? So inclusive. And look at them now. How many bombings did they have this year? It's, I think, over 100. I think there was over like 20 bombings in one day in Sweden, fellas. And why are they discarding them to Finland? Freaking deal with them. You know, be inclusive. Why are you taking them out, fellas? You know, show them compassion, show them love, show them inclusivity. Show them how a feminist country treats them, you know? When people women can no longer walk the streets at night, you know? Dressed nicely. They feel afraid, they need to wear burqas to be safe. Taking out crosses from schools, you know, from classrooms. Shame on Germany, you can't fall lower than Germany nowadays. Yeah, fellas. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, hopefully these videos help somebody out, you know, open somebody's eyes to the real problem that's going on in not only in Europe but in the world right now. Like also what the US did with the migrants, what Biden wanted to do, you know, to let like unregistered residents of the US vote. Can you freaking imagine that, fellas? See you next time. Peace out. Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like, leave a comment. It greatly, massively helps the algorithm. Love you, fellas, and see you next time. Peace.